Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, I have some great news to give you. Whew, I was just on the phone with Lindy and I see Lindy's in the live here. I'm going to try and drop um a link if she wants to come up and share her news. But Lindy is back and she is okay, it's not, I'm not able to do this and I don't want to cut myself off, but I will get a link up here so Lindy can come up if she wants to. And if she doesn't go on over to her channel, but Lindy has her channel back. That's I was going to say breaking news, but it's not actually breaking news because I'm behind the time on this. But I just talked to her. She does have her channel back, so that is really great news for all of us that the evil forces behind trying to take over her channel did not prevail and she was able to get her channel back, and I'm just so happy that she was able to do that. I'm still trying to yeah, I will get the link up sooner or later. But that is the good news, the great news, the great news. Oh, so how was your fourth, all of you? I want to share with you a little bit. I was supposed to have put a video up on July 4th, but you're not going to believe you are. I mean, it's funny and it's not funny, but I'll share that with you. And the title of today's live kind of gives you a hint as to why I didn't. But let me say hello to everyone first. Oh my goodness. Hello, one of my great moderators is in the house. So is another moderator. Vaughn's on a roll. Who else? Three generations. Hello, hello. Sylvie's here. Oh my goodness. Everyone's saying hello. Hey, Patty from Missouri, from beautiful Missouri. Oh, you're not in the flood area. I'm so glad to hear that. Hi, Susie. How are you doing? And Miss Ned, another one of my fabulous moderators, is in the house. Oh my goodness. Who else is here? Sylvie says, time to get my tea and settle in for a satisfying live with my fellow Globies. Well, get your tea. And there is Lindy. Yes, got her channel back. Oh my gosh. It's been a grueling, what has it been? 3 months, Lindy? Let me see. I'm going to try again to copy this and see if we can't get this down. You guys know if I kick myself off, I'll be back up. Okay, got it. All right, got a link there, Lindy, if you want to come up and tell everyone how your channel is back. Everyone go over, if someone could drop a link for Lindy so that she can so that you can go over and watch her, and she's back on lives on Tuesdays, but Lindy can tell you all about it. And what an ordeal. Oh my goodness. I know. Isn't that great? Vaughn saying welcome back. Yes, indeed. Catherine, hey Catherine, fabulous 60s. Lindy is saying hello to everyone. Sylvia is saying, yay, Lindy, that's great news and wonderful that you're here today. I tell you, I'm so thrilled that and she will on her own time share with you the secrets and what she was able to find out and all of that good stuff. But she'll be doing that on her channel. Hey, CW Style, hello. Who else is in the house? I know, Catherine, isn't that great news? Hey, Rose Grace, hello. I know everyone is celebrating. I should have had a glass of champagne or at least sparkling apple cider or something, because this is really something worth celebrating. Catherine says, uneventful fourth, like it that way. Me too, Catherine. That's the best way to celebrate. Uneventful and no big hullabaloos or problems. Let's see. Hey, Muskegee Land. Hello. Yes, here I am. I was talking to Lindy, and I should not call people within 20 minutes of my live coming on. I don't know what I'm thinking, but sometimes I have a little impulse control problem. A thought comes into my mind and I act on it without stopping to think. So, but anyhow, and some people have been asking me, so I'm going to let you know about Mowgli. I decided to keep Mowgli. I had till the 5th of July to bring him back. And they said, you can see if it's going to work out, but I am going to keep him. I'm keeping him. But just to let you know, too, he's 40 pounds right now. He weighs 40 pounds. Yeah. So, and he's at 6 months old and he's 40 pounds. So I'm hoping that he doesn't, they're saying he could get up to 70 pounds. I'm praying that he doesn't. But he got his first haircut the other day. Oh my gosh, let me tell you something. Holy smoly. And then I'll go back to greeting everyone. I called around. I want him to have, this cute little cut, it's called a teddy bear cut. He's all fluffy and everything, and and shorten it down because he was getting mats. Even though I comb him every day, I had no idea truly how much work this kind of dog is. He was just such a cute puppy, and I was just so, oh yeah, you're so cute. Yeah, well, let me tell you something. There are a lot of maintenance. I mean, if you're ever thinking of getting a golden doodle, let me tell you right now that they are a lot of maintenance. Plus, they're goofy. Like, I'm used to German Shepherds, which are more serious kind of dogs. And Labs, no, this dog is goofy as the day is long. He's goofy, and I know he's a puppy, so part of it is his puppiness, but the other part is just his personality. He's goofy, he's stubborn, he's athletic. Cuddles was in the yard, and he was running around, and Cuddles stood in front of him, and he just went running, and he soared up in the air and cleared all the way over Cuddles and kept going. Then the other day, I came upstairs and I was looking out real quickly because I got a monitor because, we had a coyote over there. So I can't leave them out there unattended, but I had to run, get something. I went to grab it and went back in the backyard. And just in time to see him take a running leap and leaped up to and on top of the patio table, which is pretty high. He was jumping onto a chair and then from the chair jumping onto it. So I moved the chairs away from the table. So now he can just take a running leap and jump and land on top of it. So, yeah. So, I mean, if you're ever thinking about getting that kind of dog, you need to know what you're getting into. But I decided to hold on to him because, quite frankly, me and Jess have fallen in love with him, even though he is a little heathen. And he's very, very, very bonded and attached to us. And, I'm working with a trainer, and they said that he really would be severely impacted at this point because I'm working with it because, the other thing, these dogs have separation anxiety. They're known for it. I didn't know that. If I walk out of the room and close the door and I don't take him with me, he starts howling. I mean, he pitches a fit. Now, if I leave Cuddles with him in the room, he'll bark for a little while and then he'll stop. So poor Cuddles is now the dog nanny. He's Mowgli's nanny because when I get up to leave, Cuddles is like, I'm out of here too. I'm with you. I'm with you. So if I go to leave a room, Cuddles is right behind me. And if I don't let Mowgli come, he pitches a fit. It's so loud that the neighbors on both sides and behind me can hear it. That's how loud, even with the windows closed. So I said, sorry, Cuddles, but you got to go in and watch and babysit your brother. And Cuddles looks at me like, please, Mom, please don't make me go back in there with him, please. So now Cuddles is my babysitter if I have to walk around the house or do something I don't want. Because when Mowgli runs by, he'll jump up he's now that he can climb up onto counters. I mean, I just have never seen a dog that could do the things that he can do. Turn on the air conditioner in the car. I just, anyhow, the trainer was telling me, she said, you can get these buttons. She said, because he'll be able to learn how to push the buttons like Go outside. Give me a treat. Got to use the bat. She said he can learn. He's shown that he can learn. She brought a big tunnel because, a long tunnel. She thought that he might be afraid. She put some cheese inside the tunnel. That dog was in that tunnel with nothing. He didn't think twice. He was right in that tunnel looking for that. And then he kept all the time that she was here. He kept going back to the tunnel trying to see if there's any more cheese. She said, well, he's not fearful, but he is anxious. So anyhow, I'm just saying, think twice if you're ever considering getting this kind of dog. Get a German Shepherd. Even with all the hair, get a German Shepherd. But anyhow, having said that, I see Lindy's here. Lindy, I'll be there in just a minute. Let me finish saying hello to everyone else, and I'm going to go over there. So stay tuned. Don't leave, because Lindy's here, and she's going to tell you all about what she wants to tell you about her channel and getting it back. Hey, Graham's here from Queensland, Australia. Hello, hello. CW Style is saying hello, hello. Hey, Kenneth. Your fourth was good. Glad to hear that. What did you do? Who else is in the house? Everyone's saying hello. Oh, thank you, Miss Net, for dropping Lindy's link. Thank you. Everyone go over, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead. And even if you were subscribed, resubscribe, because I don't know when they gave her back her channel. I don't think they gave her subscribers back, but Lindy will be able to tell us that in a minute. Who else is in the house? Let's see. Hey, Jojo. Hello, hello. Who else is here? If I missed anyone, I will be back. Oh, you were there for a charity event, raising funds for foster care. Very cool, Graham. Very cool. Hi, Marilyn. Hello. How are you? God is good. Yes, he is all the time. Okay. All right. I'm coming over, Lindy, and I will say hello to everyone else. Hey, Raz Bliss. Hello, hello. I'm doing great. Let me go over and say hello, and then I will come back and greet the rest of you if I've missed anyone. Hey, Lindy.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I think there's a glare here.
What is it? How does it feel to be back?
It feels good. Yes. I'm very happy. Yeah. I'm just doing videos left and right,
That is great. That is great. You went through quite an ordeal.
Well, it was 3 months, and it was, and you and I have talked about it. It was very technical and very difficult. Right. But what made it really difficult was the emails and how their instructions are. Uh-huh. They are not clear, at least for this woman.
Okay.
And I kept every email. I have every email.
So they could have been more clear. You were telling me one of the things they would tell you to push a button, but they didn't tell you that if it didn't work the first time, they just keep pushing it over and over. They didn't tell you that.
They just kept, their emails would say, they kept sending me the same email. This 3 months was because of one thing. Their email would say, push this button. I would push it. Now, once, because I pushed it.
Right.
They didn't tell me what I was supposed to see. They didn't say, push it until you reach this place. Who would think to do that?
Yeah, who would think to push it 10 times or something? Yeah.
Right, So their instructions, and they tried really hard, but remember, this isn't a human writing the instructions, it's AI.
Okay, yeah.
So you're strictly talking to a computer. It's the same email over and over and over again. The one thing that took me 3 months. And when I got frustrated. I didn't really understand. I just kept hitting the button saying, well, you keep telling me to hit this button. I'm hitting. And I accidentally got somewhere and I went, wait a minute, what is this? So, yeah, It wasn't because I understood. It was because I was frustrated.
Well, thank goodness that you did that.
Yeah.
So now you're back on. And so what are some of the videos that you have uploaded now?
It's different ones. I can't, I'm back and just, various ones.
Okay.
I think yesterday I put up one about living in the van. It's all about my van life. It's the same subject. all about
Okay.
my van life.
Okay. So
I'm
how are you
writing.
doing-
Go
how are you
ahead.
doing how are you doing health wise since you've been gone for so long? People are wondering how you're doing health wise.
Health-wise, I'm fine. I've
Okay.
been, going to doctors. I have my cataract surgery August 10th, and then that'll be completed. VA is working out really well. I canceled all my Medicare, my health insurance. I canceled all of that. I'm on VA only, and it's very good. They've been very good.
Well, that is great. And because you're not having your YouTube, you took a real financial hit.
Yeah.
A very significant financial hit for 3 months.
Well,
And
if you don't have it coming in, then you stop the expenses. Those two items alone were between $400 and $500, and then on top of that, I'm stopping my storage, which was $300. So
you really
I was getting
down
back more than I was making money on YouTube.
so you're really cutting down to the bone.
I just cut down to the bone.
Well, and wow, that's
And I did just fine.
Okay, all right. Well, we're so glad to hear that, and we'll be Miss Net dropped a link to Lindy's channel, so go over and everyone resubscribe. Even if you're subscribed, go ahead and resubscribe because now that's what I wanted to ask. Did you get your subscribers back or do you have to start all over?
I got my subscribers back.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to start from ground zero then.
No.
Okay.
They automatically brought my second channel back because my second channel was closed because of my first channel. It's just a mess. It's craziness. But I am doing a video. I did screenshots of where you need to find the information. Keep it written down somewhere so that you don't have to have this. And then something happens to your channel and all of a sudden you can't get to it. I couldn't get to it.
So now you're going to show what information people need to keep on hand in case their channel is rated. And this is not an uncommon thing.
Yes. Yeah. What they need to have written down, set aside, all the URLs, all the IP addresses, all of that. Now that it's fresh in my,
do you have any idea when you'll be able to get that video up?
In the next 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. So in the next 2 weeks, keep an eye out. Lindy's going to give you some information that is critical if you have a YouTube channel. And, a lot of people never got their channels back because I think after a month or so, or even a couple of weeks, they just gave up. But you didn't.
Well, it's very difficult. It is very difficult.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the information and you don't have access to get the information.
And you don't have access to your email accounts.
That's right. But you don't have access to your dashboard where your URL is and your ID is and all this other stuff. Now, what you don't know is like your AdSense. You have a number for AdSense. Where the heck do you get it? Okay. Well, this is one fact that most people aren't even paying attention. If you're getting money from them to your bank, your AdSense address is right on that deposit. You can see it in your bank account.
Okay. All right. Well, all of this is very, very valuable information. Yeah. And we're going to be looking forward to that video when you share all of this information that many people need, really.
Yeah, it's really scary. It's really scary. And a lot of people get depressed. All of a sudden, you're not talking to people you've been talking to for 5 years.
Right. And it's like your whole social world all of a sudden is just closed down, shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be very hard. Well, that is great. I don't know. I'm springing this on you, but because I haven't really gotten to answer you. You had texted me the other day and I just getting around.
Oh, yeah.
That was really why I called you earlier. And then we got sidetracked. We got sidetracked and I didn't even get to it. But after I hung up, I thought I didn't even get to the reason that I called. But yeah. You were talking about us maybe doing a joint meetup in September.
Yeah, so, in Southern California.
Okay. Okay.
Because everybody's on to me. Before this all happened, see, I forgot. I was working on a meetup in Southern California. That's where everybody wants it.
Okay.
And then this happened, and then I forgot, and everybody's getting on to me already. And I said,
All right.
Carol and I might do one.
So maybe let's look at maybe, like you said, September when it gets a little cooler. I
Yeah.
think maybe towards the end of September. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so the end of September, we're going to look. If you guys have suggestions in Southern California, now do you want to do Southern California, or would you consider Central California, like Pismo Beach or Carpinteria or something like that?
I'm open for any of it. They wanted it. There's more subscribers down in your area in Southern California than there are up in Northern. That's what I'm understanding.
Okay, so let's look at maybe somewhere that maybe I'm thinking maybe Pismo Beach or somewhere like that. But we'll talk about it. We'll
Okay.
talk about it. And if people have suggestions, email me or Lindy with your suggestions on places that are from Pismo Beach south. Because Pismo Beach is about halfway between you and me, I think. It's considered Central California, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I'll have to look and see. But I know about Pismo Beach because I know they have a state beach there that has 2 state campgrounds there that have a lot of campsites. So
really? Okay.
Yeah, I'll start looking also here and seeing what there are some that could have possibly 2 or 3 people on one campsite. That way it would lower the cost for each person. But we'll have to figure out how they will pay for it and how they'll, get it if they want to be, we all want to be kind of try to be in the same area.
Yeah.
So tentatively right now we're looking at doing a joint meetup somewhere from Pismo Beach south, the latter part of September when it cools down some.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, you heard it here. It's announced that's what we're looking at. Any suggestions you have, we're open to suggestions. That would accommodate a group. I wonder how many people would come.
I'm afraid a lot.
You think so?
From all the things my subscribers are saying, a lot.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. I got to see what I'm going to do with these 2 wild dogs. Well, 1 wild dog and 1 mild dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing how the difference between 1 dog and 2 dogs is like unbelievable. Truly unbelievable.
Yeah.
But Libby, thanks for coming on. We'll be looking forward to your live. You're going to be Tuesday the same time at 3 p.m. Pacific?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're back to your regular slot Tuesdays at 3 p.m. for your lives, and then you're posting up videos now, and in a couple of weeks you're going to get the video that's going to give people information in case they become the target of someone going after their channel.
Right.
All right. Well, welcome back, Lindy.
And Thank you, Carol.
All right, we'll talk later.
Okay. Bye-bye. I'm going to try and get out of here.
Okay. All right. Well, there you heard it from Lindy herself. She's back. Her lives start back on Tuesday. Her channel's back, and that is just good news. Good news. Now someone said you're stuck watching 2 ads. What the heck? Well, I can't go over and try and monitor and see I think they're automatically putting ads on now. I don't know. We'll have to go over and see. I don't know. We'll see. And in fact, that is segueing into something I'm going to bring up in a minute. But let me make sure. Mowgli, happy he has a forever home. I know. Whoo. He is, and guess what? He loves Jessica. And her therapist, her counselor said because they have the same energy level. When he sees her, he does flips, he goes insane. He's just so happy to see her. Now he won't necessarily go off with her because he wants to keep me in his sight, but he runs around, he runs circles, he jumps up on her, he flips over her shoulder, he goes bananas. He's so happy to see her. So yeah, so he's, oh my goodness, uh candidate for the doggy Olympics. Yes, he is, Sylvie. I'm thinking of I know this sounds crazy, but I'm thinking of teaching him how, those, they have the dog surf contest here. I'm thinking of maybe teaching him how to surf, but he's ADHD, so I don't know. I mean, he's really ADHD, trust me. And it's beyond the puppy. He's ADHD. But I'm thinking, and I know he could do frisbees. I know because he sails. I mean, he, like I told you, he went sailing up over Cuddles. So so yeah, so it's kind of, we may try the doggy Olympics, Sylvie. We may. Graham says, I was thinking of breeding massive doodles, a massive poodle cross, but the bride won't let me. Too much hard work. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me, they are high maintenance. Now I did see a doodle. It was what was it? Oh, a Bernese mountain dog, and doodle, Bernie Doodle, I think they call her or something. It was the cutest dog, and it was like black, but it had a white patch here. Then it had brown on its legs down, and brown on its. I mean, I've never seen this color combination, but it was the most gorgeous dog. Oh, but what I was going to tell you, oh my gosh, before I pulled Lindy up, I wanted to get the little teddy bear cut, right? Because I thought it's so cute, right? And someone who was in the training class that I was in with Mowgli, trying to get him to calm down, was telling me she had the Bernedoodle, and he had the cutest little teddy bear cut. So I said, well, can you give me the name and the place that you got him cut, groomed? So she gave it to him. So I called over. Do you know how much they wanted to groom him? Take a wild guess, just a wild guess. $200. Let me repeat it in case you didn't hear it. $200 to groom a frigging dog. The last time I got my hair done, which was years ago, I didn't pay $200. $200? I was like, okay, thank you, and hung up. I was like, oh my gosh. So I did pay to get him cut. It was up there, but it was half of that. And she's like, oh, you need to bring him every month. I was like, that's not happening. So I'm gonna have to go online and do some tutorials. And the person who's doing the training with me is actually Kat. For you guys that, do you remember Kat? She was living in her trailer on the streets in Oceanside, and I interviewed her several times. Well, she was a dog groomer because she raised Goldens, and she's told me I just need to buy a special kind of razor, electric razor. So I'm going to go online, I'm going to study, and I'm going to learn how to do it myself. I'm not paying. I'm not paying. By the time you get tip and everything, you're talking about $120. So if it was $200, it would be like they expect you to give like at least a 15% tip. So that'd be like $230 every month. That's not happening. It's not happening at half or less than that. But anyhow, so I'm going to go online and learn how to groom him myself. Whew. But yeah, so that's what's happening with Mowgli. But I wanted to tell you the title of the this live is I Forgot Everything. I was planning on doing a video uploading a video that I have in stock that I had done. I just haven't uploaded it yet. It's of a box truck, a really cool box truck that a gentleman named Chris built out himself. And I went on to I couldn't even. You guys are gonna crack up. I could not remember the name of the program that I use to do my editing. I was like, what? I know it's not Final Cut. I couldn't figure that one out. I know it's not iMovie because I'm not doing it on my. I couldn't remember the name of the program that I use. I had to go through and I finally I went back to one of my videos where I was interviewing someone, and and I was checking notes. People that had asked me about what product I use, and then I was able to find it that way. Well, then I went in there and they said, your program is old. Go ahead, you can update it now or update it later. And I thought, oh, well, I might as well just update it. Not thinking when you update something, and then it said update, it was so, I hadn't updated it before, so 2 updates had happened. Well, the update completely changed how you upload your videos. So I went in there, Saturday morning, the 4th, to upload the video. And, I did the updates and I went in there. I could not figure anything. I couldn't figure out how to upload this, how to put the, it was completely changed. Well, not completely changed, but a lot of it was changed. I couldn't, first of all, I would have had a challenge remembering how to do it under the old system because I've never been that technically inclined to begin with. And with all the updates, I could not for the life of me figure out how to upload, how to trim it, how to edit it. I finally just shut it down. I realized I'm not going to get this video up on the 4th. That's not going to happen. Then I got busy, didn't get back to it. So I got back to it later in the week, and I was finally able to figure out how to upload it. But I had background noise, and I couldn't figure out how to eliminate. All the things that I knew how to do on the old system have been changed, and I'm little by little, by trial and error, having to do a different video so that I can mess it up and not take a chance on messing up my real video. And so I'm practicing. So God only knows when I'll have this done, but I'm hoping this week coming up. But yeah, I should not have upgraded or updated. I should have kept the old system and just done it because I would have eventually remembered and figured out how to do it because I'm familiar with it. But I didn't do that. So anyhow, that's what happened. Why I didn't do a video on the 4th. Oh my goodness, all that to say that. Hey, Possum Stops. Hello. Yeah, Graham, think twice. The bride is right. Breeding them, all those little puppies to take. Oh, no. And bigger dogs sometimes have big litters, like 8 or 10. You'd have maybe 8 or 10 puppies. Oh my goodness. Hey, Tim, I haven't seen you in a minute. Mo bang for your ADD dog. Yeah, I have an ADD dog, ADHD kid and ADHD dog. So they're a perfect match. They're just in love with each other. Meanwhile, me and Cuddles are over here like looking at each other like, what the heck? Cuddles. Poor Cuddles. I'm trying to pay him in treats and great treats and little steak bits because he's now my nanny for Mowgli. Yeah, are you in the US or Vietnam, Tim? Who else? Yeah, that's the Tim. I know. Everyone's saying hello. Tim says US of A. I guess that I'm Illinois resident now. Are you really an Illinois resident, or are you just teasing because you spend a lot of time there? Everyone's saying hello. Catherine says, Lindy's awesome van adventures subbed. Great. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Did you permanently leave California, Tim? Everyone's so excited about Lindy. Yes, the one with 60,000. Yes, Catherine. So I didn't realize that she'd gotten her subs back. So she got her subs back. So that's great news too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, everyone's saying welcome back. Oh my goodness. Muskegee Land says good news. Moving back to Oklahoma in August. I'm starting my cottage community there at Lake Eufaula. Oh, email me and let me know because I may make a trip out to Oklahoma to visit your community if I could, Muskegee Land. I'm really, really, really interested. I had talked to someone, a mom who has a special needs daughter who's an adult, and about doing a tiny house, my tiny house community. And she said, well, you know what? Why don't we do one for our kids because they're going to need some place and blah, blah, blah. And so she had a meeting. So she's looking at doing one too. So we make um, combine forces and may even try and find property near each other. So she has the one that she develops for special needs adults, and I have the one that I have for my folks, and then maybe they can interact. But anyhow, so we had a meeting, we talked, so we'll see. Uh Vaughn says, Catherine, her channel name is the one in the chat here. Okay, Lava Lindy. All right. Miss Net is saying hello to everyone. Tim says, no, not yet, Iris, but my minivan is permanently parked in Illinois. Okay. It's easier to get to any point of the U.S. from Illinois. Yeah, well, Chicago and that area is the Midwest. So it is kind of central to going to the East Coast or coming west. That is a good point, Tim. That in Muskegee Land, I am so excited. Can you keep me posted at Glorious Life on Wheels, my Gmail, and let me know how it is developing? And you say you're going to be heading out in August. Well, that's only in 2 months. So wow, that is exciting. I am so happy for you. Graham says we visited friends that had a German Shepherd that had a glamour coat, a non-shedding breed. I've never heard of that. Unfortunately, we had a black lab cross healer at the time, and after playing all night, hair was everywhere. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tim says when I double press 0 constantly and you will get a live person. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Double press 0. What do you mean double press 0? Just go 2 times or what? Vaughn says, is everyone buffering here and there or just me? I'm not buffering and no one else has mentioned about their buffering, Vaughn. So I think it's you. And no one else has mentioned about being stuck on ads either. Huh. 3 Generations says, I'm happy you're staying in the U.S. Thought maybe you were leaving us. Yeah, I thought maybe you were looking at buying some property in Vietnam, Tim. Hey, Cool Kitty. Hello. Welcome in. Yeah, you did sub to the right one, Catherine. But yeah, I think it is just you, Vaughn. Maybe where you're located. Are you at home or somewhere else? Graham says, I'm good here. Okay, you're good where you're at. Well, yeah, so I'm really looking forward to getting the information from Lindy on, because we're all at risk who have channels. I'm really interested in getting the information from her as to what exactly you need to do should that tragically happen to you. I know, Miss Net, isn't that, I'm learning a lot from her ordeal too. Oh my gosh, it's terrible what she's gone through. It really, and so many people have gone through it. A friend of mine, her son had a channel with over 600,000 subscribers, and his channel got hacked. But Lindy was saying his channel got hacked by someone, I think in Russia or someone. Lindy was saying her channel was actually hacked by someone here in the United States, as it turns out. Yeah, yeah. Um, Sylvia's saying, wow, Lindy, I guess the upside is that now you have two channels to play with. That is a good upside. Hi, Liza. How are you? I don't see your Aunt Nora in here. She must be busy today. But it's good to see you, Liza. I'm so glad you're here. Um, uh, oh, Liza said she's just seeing that Nora's not here today. Marilyn says the AI makes sure to insist it's known for mistakes and too much left to the four winds. Please rely on the Lord. Yeah, yeah. Tell you AI. We talked a few weeks ago about how many jobs AI is probably going to be replacing. Already has replaced and will continue to be replacing. It's really quite something. Marilyn says, we're in Southern California. That's where I'm at. Well, I don't know where we're going to have it. I kind of like Pismo Beach because it has, a huge campsite or two campgrounds, state campgrounds that you can use. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, yeah, we haven't decided yet, Marilyn. We're just discussing it right now. So we're going to be probably within the next month. We'll decide on the location, and then we'll start making the announcements and how people can book their reservations and that type of thing. Vaughn says, I think I've heard that Pismo Beach gets booked up several months in advance. Well, I know I was able to get a spot in Pismo Beach pretty quickly after the summer season was over. I'm trying to think when it was. Actually, when I booked in Pismo Beach, I think it was it March? It was right at the end of the butterfly season. So I don't remember when that was because there was only a few butterflies left. But whenever that was, so maybe it was February or March. That must have been when it was. But yeah, Pismo Beach is very, very popular. It's a beautiful, beautiful sand dunes. And it was, I don't know if you still can, but it was one of the only places that you could still camp actually on the beach and drive on the beach. But I've heard that they may have been shutting that down. I don't know if they did or not, but the other thing I heard is a lot of people got stuck in the sand and getting towed off that sand because AAA and stuff won't go there. Getting towed off the sand is something like $400. So yeah, you don't want to. So I did go on the sand, but I stayed where it was tightly packed, and I had my special tires. But yeah, it was quite an experience driving right along the surf where the water was coming. It was amazing. But I will check that, Vaughn. Thank you for reminding me of how fast it books up. World Traveler says, contact Caesar Milan, the top dog whisperer. Yeah, I wish I could, but I think it would be very hard to get a spot with Caesar Milan. And even if I could get through to him, I doubt very much whether I could afford to consult with him. He's pretty expensive. There was a guy that I saw that does grooming for, and he does the most beautiful grooming. But my understanding is he's around $300. He's on YouTube and everywhere else, and he only does about maybe 3 or 4 dogs in a day. And so to do 3 or 4 dogs in a day, he's probably charging $300 per dog at least. That's $1,200 a day. So he's making some pretty good money, He's making about what, $20,000 a month on just dog grooming with just work. But each dog takes at least 2 hours, is my understanding. So yeah, I wish I could get with Caesar Milan, but I don't think I'll be able to. I think he's a little, well, not a little bit, a lot above my my pay grade, world traveler. Um, Patty says that's why I can't get another Springer. Mine is now pretty well trained, older and settled, but young ones are too much for me now. Yeah, I realize now. See, I've always had the idea and always wanted puppies because I wanted to make sure that I got a dog that didn't have psychological issues or wasn't abused, or because I got a dog. We got dog Jojo from the shelter. Now, uh, um, Cuddles came from a shelter, but it's a special shelter called Helen Woodward, and they really screen their dogs and everything. But we got Jojo, and he was a psycho. That's all I can say. Jojo was a psycho. He bit someone. He tried every chance he got. He tried to bite anyone who came near. I finally had to return him, and they said they should never have adopted him out because there were signs before they adopted him. But did they tell me? No. They just told me he was a little grumpy. A little grumpy? Yeah. He was a little crazy. He was a lot crazy. So that's why I wanted to get a puppy. But at my age now, I realize that, to get a puppy, I should have got, if I wanted a puppy, I should have got something like a St. Bernard or something. But I don't want a dog that big. But a St. Bernard or one of those big dogs that's kind of, lethargic and doesn't really, a St. Bernard's not going to be jumping over hurdles and doing all that stuff, but or a Mastiff or something. But I don't want a dog that big. And I thought that Mowgli was going to be, like 35 pounds at most. He's already 40 at 6 months, so he's going to be at least probably, according to the vet, he's going to be a big boy. So I got to get him under control. So anyhow, but yeah, you're right, Patty. Yeah, something to have considered that I didn't consider everything. Sylvie says, yeah, I'm not on paid YouTube subscription, and it just split screens with an ad. But after a second, you can press skip on that half of the screen. Yeah. Huh. I didn't realize that they had put. Okay, so they're doing it on lives now. Vaughn says we haven't had trolls in forever. What is happening today? You guys are doing a good job because I'm not seeing them. You're getting them before I'm even seeing them. Thank you so much. I have the best moderators anywhere. I truly do. Miss Net says, I see Vaughn's on a roll. That's why I said you rock. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm not even seeing them. So you guys are just, you're just really, you're fabulous. I have the best moderators on YouTube. Oh my goodness. Marilyn says, in the OC of Southern California, there have been gigantic waves and takeovers that are all destroying, just to keep in mind, since they are state parks. So there have been gigantic at the state parks at Pismo Beach. I have to check it out, Maryland, and see. But we're not going to be parked right on the beach. We'll be over the dunes. They have dunes that you have to kind of go over. So I think, but I will check that out. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know that, Marilyn. Yeah, Miss Net and Vaughn's, you guys are, you are the best. Thank you so much. Vaughn says, Sylvie, the ads are different depending on what streaming device you used, how many ads you see. Okay. Yeah, Marta, that is a lot of money. $200. I was crying paying what I did. Well, not crying in the place, but inside I was crying. But one thing I have to brush him every single day. Every day. I'm trying to see. I want to show you guys a picture of him before he got groomed. He was so cute. I do love my little fella, my little heathen. Let's see. Can you see him here? Let's see if you can see him. Here he is. Here's the little fella. Well, he's not so little. And I'm trying to see if I have a picture of him groomed. I think I took a picture of him groomed now. Well, it must not have come out. I just seem to have this one here. That's the only one I think I have of him. But I'll show you guys a picture of him. And he's, where is it? I don't know where. Huh. He kind of looks like this. This is not him, but he looks like this now. This is someone who sent something to me, but he looks like that now. So, but I'll take a picture of him so you all can see him. But yeah, that's expensive. Vaughn said, Miss Net, we can't leave that gross nonsense just hanging out there. I didn't even see it. Thank you guys. Thank you. Hey, Kavita Diva, hello. The natural look is the cutest. Yeah, it is cute, but the natural look, the hair is very, very long and it gets really, really matted. I mean, even when I comb it every day, which I do, he rolls around, he lays down, and it gets very, very matted. And the little fella, he doesn't like being brushed. So I had the brush on top of the crate out back, out in the yard. And I turned around for a minute, and he had jumped on top of the crate, grabbed the brush, hopped down, and took off running with the brush. And I'm not going to chase him because, first of all, I can't catch up with him. So I have to try and coax him back over. But he'd come running by me with the brush in his mouth and look like, ha, ha, ha. And then he'd go back and forth with the brush in his mouth looking at me. I was like, I'm going to catch you. When I do, you little heathen. But he kept running around with the brush all over, doing zoomies with the brush in his mouth because he doesn't like being brushed. So I guess he thought, and he was chewing up the brush. And I was trying to get to it because he's trying to chew it up. Fortunately, I have a second brush, but I finally got it away from him. I brought out some treats, and I brought out his little ball that I throw, and he dropped it and came running over to get the ball. I threw the ball, and I was able to pick up the brush. It was kind of damaged, but yeah, he was going to chew that brush up, so I couldn't brush him anymore. That's who this dog is. But yeah, you guessed right, Martina. You guessed right. It is a lot. But yeah, the natural look. I love the natural look, but it's just, yeah. Sylvie says, Marty, $200 is a lot of cash. It certainly is. My daughter was crying because that's what it cost her at the hairdresser last time. I know. I don't even pay to get my hair done. I'm going to pay $200 to get a dog done? No. So he'll have to start earning his keep. I'll have to enter him into some contest, some frisbee contest or surfboard contest or something for him to earn his money so he can pay for his own grooming. Vaughn says, wow, I'm president now. I'm honored. Miss Ned said, I stepped away for a second. When I came back, I saw the greet and delete president. So Vaughn's the new president, huh? Oh my goodness. Everyone's saying hello. Yes, everyone is saying hello. Hey, Possum Stops is saying hello. I have never figured out how to get rid of background noise. Yeah, you can go in. There is a thing you go in and you just it's I forget what it looked like, but you just delete the noise. You mute all the noise, and then you can go back in and and do your voiceover over it. Yeah, I don't know where that button is now because I don't know how to run the new upgrades. So I'm going to have to go online and really do some studying, and I'm hoping I have the video uploaded now on the site, but and I was able to finally figure out how to do some of the editing, but I don't know how to upload it to my channel. What can I say? I'll figure it out. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go to YouTube University, and they should be able to show me how to do it. Uh, Scar, hey Scar says hello. It's been a while since we live sending you, but happy to have caught this hello again. Hello, hello. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Everyone is saying hello. Uh, Ray of Sunshine. Hey, Ray of Sunshine. Hello, hello. Well, you know what? It is 4:05, and I promised Jess that we would go out and go swimming today. Either go to the beach or go somewhere else. It's a beautiful day out, still sunny and warm. So I am going to do that. And we'll see. We'll see. Gotta go. Thanks, Lindy, for being here and letting us know that everything is good with you and you're back. You're back in the groove and making videos again. So go over again and check out Lindy. Check out her channel. She's back. She's back, which is so good to see. And thank you again, Miss Net, for dropping that link. Well, apparently they're now, because you used to have to hit a button to monetize. I didn't even hit the button to monetize. The monetize, they usually would put an ad, I think, once it went over to once the live was over and you went to watch it, that's when they put an ad at the beginning and at the end. But YouTube is figuring out all kind of ways for them to make money nowadays. And anyhow, I'll have to go look and see. I'll check it out. I'll check it out, folks. Yes, Miss Net and Vons and all my other moderators, you too, and Martina, thank you so much for being on top of everything. I really appreciate it. Kenneth said, everyone who's having problems with ads, say something. Yeah, let me know. So 2 people said it so far. So anyone else? Yeah, let me know. And let me know. And there must be a way I can go on and turn them off, or else turn them to a low number on the lives. Susie says, I scored national school superintendent exams 1 to 3 days per month. My boss told me AI is doing the second scoring reads, cutting my days in half. Wow. So they have, so what do? You're looking for, you're scoring exams for people who are applying to be superintendents or applying to get a certain classification, and now AI is programmed to do that. Oh my goodness. So you're losing half of your, well, if they can do it partially, pretty soon they'll be able to do the whole thing. Oh my words. Wow. Susie said, I also scored the ACT with a different company, and they also have AI doing that now. Oh my goodness. Wow. Again, AI is going to be taking over more and more and more jobs. They're already taking over translation jobs. And I hadn't even thought about that. Test scoring. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Susie. What are you going to try and make a pivot over to do something else? What will you do? Because it sounds like a lot of what you're doing, the superintendent principal, the ACT, sounds like it's really cutting into your revenue. So are you going to look at doing something else? But those are things you could probably work and do from home, couldn't you? So I think what's going to happen is the jobs that are going to be most secure, like we were talking about a few weeks ago, are going to be the hands-on, like personal care and those kind of things, where AI can't do that, and a person has to actually be there. I wonder, here's what I'm wondering. if those jobs are jobs that AI can't do and they become more important for people, are they going to then correspondingly increase the salary for those jobs? Somehow I doubt it. Isn't that something? I doubt that though. Hey, Ma, Garden Oasis. Hello, hello. Late here. We're getting ready to go, but I'm so glad you were able to stop in, Garden Oasis. Maria says, how late am I? A few minutes, a few minutes. So we'll be here for a couple more minutes. Just glad you were able to make it, Maria. Um, what is talking about? Can someone catch me up? Did you still have her doggies? Yeah, I still do have him, and I'm keeping Mowgli. I'm keeping Mowgli, who's 40 pounds now. And Lindy, just a brief synopsis. You're gonna have to go back and watch their uh, replay. But Lindy got her channel back, so that's really the big and good news. Lindy got her channel back. Sylvie says it's a good thing you have Jessica to help with the dogs, Carol. Well, let me just say this. Jessica and Mowgli hype each other up. Do I need to say any more? They kind of get each other going. So, yeah. So I don't know what to say. Cuddles is really the biggest help with Mowgli. I'll be honest. He's the one that keeps Mowgli. If because I have to crate Mowgli. If I go, I can't let him just run around because he will get into anything and everything. If it's not locked down, even if it's locked down, he'll figure out a way to rip it up. So I have to put him in his crate for a while, and Cuddles has to be in the room with him. If Cuddles is in the room with him, Mowgli will be okay. If he's not, Mowgli goes bat crazy, So Cuddles is really my babysitter. I don't know if you saw that animated movie Peter Pan, and they had the dog was the nanny. Well, Cuddles is Mowgli's nanny. As funny as it sounds, it's true. Oh my goodness. Mama duck dog. Oh my goodness. Sheila, hey Sheila, hello. Jess and everyone. Hi Sheila, good to see you. I saw you call the other day, Sheila. I've been meaning to call you back. I just haven't had a chance. Just saw the third advertisement during your. Okay, I'll go over and check it out and see what's happening there. I don't know, but I'll check it out. Maria says you pay $200. What kind of dog do you have, Maria? Do you have a golden doodle too? Oh my goodness. I wonder, do they have like beauty schools for people? They have beauty schools where they teach you how to be a beautician. Do they have dog training schools where you can go in for a fraction of the price, get, your dog done? I know they have massage schools. I used to go to massage school and pay a fraction of the price for massages and fraction of the price to get stuff done at the beauty school. I wonder if they have that. Let me know if you guys have ever heard of dog grooming schools where people go get trained, or do they just get trained on the job? Anyhow, World Traveler says that's the disadvantage to having a dog that doesn't shed. They have to be groomed. Oh, yeah. Well, I did not know that. Yeah, he is cute, isn't he, Maria? I'll have to take a picture of him with his new haircut. And she said it took her about 4 hours, off and on, because she couldn't do it all at once. He would get too hyped up. So she said he did really excellent in the crate, but that's his safe place. He's comfortable going into the crate. But she said she gave him his bath, and he hated the water, so he's flipping out. So then she kind of tried to dry him. He hated the dryer, so she kind of put him back, gave him some treats, let him chill for a while, and then she brought him out. She did it in 3 different segments, she said, because he just couldn't handle doing everything: the bath, the grooming, the cut, the blowout. He couldn't handle it consecutively, so she gave him breaks in between. So it was 4 hours that he was there, and she was soaked. She got soaked giving him his bath. Well, when I bathe him, I get soaked too. I take him to a place where it's like, you rent this spot or whatever. It's like you self bathing place, and they have the tubs and the shampoo and everything and the blower, and you just go and then they clean up afterwards and do all that stuff. And yeah, even though they give you an apron, I was soaked through and through by the time me and Jess both were soaked through and through by the time we got through getting him bathed. So yeah, she took a bath with him, she said, and she was soaked. But uh yeah, he is a big boy, Sylvie, and he's going to be apparently a much bigger boy. We'll see. Oh my goodness. Uh all right, Vaughn. I'll see you later. Maria says another commercial. Okay, I'm going to see if I can't go in and turn off the commercials and then turn them back on. There must be a place I can turn them off, and I'll see, because this is the first time you guys have been saying that this has been going on. So we'll see. Graham says, talking about wayward puppies, our new pup, Roxy, a Moxie, a Maltese Dachshund, oh my goodness, cross, woke me up licking my ear for a second. I thought my luck had changed, and it was the bride. She then bit me on the arm. Oh my goodness. Hey, Sunflower. Sunflower says, Mowgli looks like my beau. He's a golden doodle in 6 years and is finally starting, oh my goodness, settle down? He's finally starting to settle down? No, is it 6 years? At 5 years? It took 5 years for him to settle down? Oh my goodness, maybe I shouldn't have let that deadline, July 5th, pass, huh? 5 years? Oh my word. Graham says the pup, not the bride. Oh my goodness. Possum Stop says, anyone in the chat any suggestions on where to charge a super heavy Blue Eddy besides a library because it is too big? Huh. I don't know. The only place I've gone in the library. I'm trying to think where else I've done it. I've done it at a coffee shop. I've done it at Panera. I've done it at a Starbucks. But mine, the biggest one I have is, I think, 45 pounds. Is yours on a roller? But yeah, I've library, Panera, Starbucks. Anyone else that charges their batteries somewhere that Possum Stops could go to get their battery charged? I'm trying to think anywhere else. I can't think offhand. Oh, I did it. I did it at a visitor's lookout spot, but this was in Montana. They had a lookout spot, and you went in there, and they had bathrooms and everything else. And I did it. I've done it at a truck stop. Where they had a room where the drivers could sit and watch TV. I took it in there and did it there. And maybe a laundromat. I haven't done it at a laundromat. I'm just trying to think of it. But I have done it at a truck stop. I do remember that. But the McDonald's near our house, they used to have a table there where they had outlets in the middle of the table. They removed that table and replaced it, and they have no outlets anywhere in the McDonald's now. Oh, I've also done it at a Carl's Jr. That's all the places I know Possum Stops. If anyone else has any suggestions for Possum Stops, let them know. Maryland says, not Pismo Beach, Crystal Cove State Beach, the cottages. Oh, the cottages, Crystal Cove, that's in Newport Beach, isn't it? Were destroyed with the high tides, and the 100-year-old tunnel was almost completely covered. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear it wasn't Pismo Beach. Kavita says, I have a schnoodle, oh my goodness, which is half miniature schnauzer and half poodle. And what I do to keep the cost down is I have them leave his face all natural and his tail natural, and I just have them clip. Well, one place that I call, she said any cut that I do is I still charge. If she does any cutting on him at all, it's the flat rate. So, they consider a cut a cut. So, yeah. Um, yeah. Miss Ned says, Graham, I was wondering about that. The wife, the bride, or the dog. Oh my goodness. Uh, got an ad for titanium pans. Huh. Well, I guarantee I will go in, I will look, and if there's a place to turn off ads for the next live, I will do it, folks. So I will check and see. I will go check myself and see. Sylvie says, Mowgli and the brush story. No wonder they wanted $200 for. Yeah, he's actually a golden doodle, not a labradoodle. He's a golden doodle, but yeah, golden retrievers are goofy anyhow. So yeah, so I think he's more golden than poodle because poodles are pretty smart, but poodles can be mean too. You know. Kenny says, I've got to go now. Bye to Carol and all the Globies. All right. Kavita says, a solution, have them leave the face and the tail. And then, yeah, it only cost me $60. Where are you? Because I've got nowhere. Even a bath here was 80 some dollars. The cheapest bath I found was just a bath was $85. So yeah, I think my solution is I have to learn how to do it myself. Have a great day, Ken, and see you next time. Sheila says it's been a challenging week. Well, we'll have to talk, Sheila. We'll have to talk maybe later this evening. Sheila says I've seen Lindy's videos. Well, great. So Sheila said she got the ads too. Okay. Well, I'm gonna so the ad stops the lives. Oh my goodness. But I can skip it and just go right back to the live. Well, I'm going to cut off the ads for the lives if there's a way to do that. I don't know, but I'll find out. But this is new to me too, so I'm learning a whole lot of stuff to do lately. I can't even upload my videos, but I'll figure it out. All right. So a lot of people are saying they're seeing ads. So yeah. All right, folks. Love each and every one of you. I know there are a lot of lost my train of thought anyhow, but I know there's a lot of things to go over. And Susie says they charge $600 to take the test. You need the test to get your state license. Okay, so that's in the state that you're in. And so Susie is saying that I did it for 16 years while taking care of my mom. Used to work about 10 days, now 1 to 2. Only pays $20 an hour, no raises in 16 years, and they're cutting down from 10 days to 1 to 2. Wow. This is like a perfect storm. As prices are going up and up and up on everything, wages are stagnant and people are losing their jobs to AI. I'm just wondering, what are things going to look like in another 5 years, but not even another 5 year, another year. What are things going to look like? Because, corporations are so concerned with the bottom line. They often give little thought or consideration to the people who actually run their businesses and keep them profitable, their employees, and they just dispense of them. You look at, Amazon, look at some of these other companies, just dispense. People made them billions of dollars during the shutdown with COVID, and afterwards just dispense of them like yesterday's garbage or something. It's really despicable and sad. I'm so sorry to hear that, Susie. But hey, maybe now's the time to start a YouTube channel. Really get one going, really work at building one. Yeah, kudos to Cuddle, Sylvie. I know he's my nanny. Marilyn says DMV written test scores were messed up to the point that how many doubt people have to redo their written after passing the driving test? What? No way to know if AI, but DMV is the twilight zone. Yeah, DMV. I'd rather go to the dentist than go to the DMV. I'll tell you the truth. Does that tell you something? World Traveler says you should put a camera around Mowgli's neck to see what he does all day. That's a good idea. I should, World Traveler. That's a very good idea. But actually, I'm with him most of the day. I may leave him in the crate in the back for a little while and leave and come back. But I can't. I used to be able to leave them in the backyard playing and stuff. I can't do that anymore because I think I told you guys about a few weeks back, we had a coyote. My house is like this. The neighbor's house is this one here, going sideways and up the bank from me. A coyote came walking by the neighbor's yard into their yard, jumped the fence that is on that jumped the fence that's in my backyard at the top of the bank and sat there, according to my other neighbor, for an hour watching my yard. So he was there. This coyote, I say he, could have been a she, I don't know. But this coyote was there for a full hour waiting on me to put Mowgli out. So I can't leave Mowgli in the backyard now unattended or Cuddles because there's a coyote that really is waiting for them. So once my neighbor told me, he goes, you better not leave them unsupervised back there anymore because that coyote was on that fence for a full hour. So if they're back in the backyard, if I can't be out there and I want them to get fresh air because I don't have air conditioning in here, you may be hearing the fan, but I don't have central air. So if I want to put them out for fresh air and I can't be right out there and I'm doing something in the house, I have to put them in their crate. I have big crates, but I have to put him in the crates to keep them safe, But he doesn't scream or yell. He goes right in this little crate. But I don't want them in there for long periods of time, Susie said, hard for 80-year-olds to get a job. Our date of birth is on the fingerprint card, so automatic rejection, no interviews. So are you 80, Susie? Oh my goodness. You're 80 and you're working. You know what, Susie, would you email me at Glorious Life on Wheels? I really would like to communicate with you and find out a little more about what you're doing. And yeah, I really would like to find out more about that. At 80 that you're working and how many hours have you been working for the 10 days up to the point when they cut your hours at 80 or what? But I would really like to communicate with you. Sheila says absolutely, they're very expensive. Yes, they are. Hey, Rhonda, hello. How are you, sis? Good to see you. Glad that you're in the house. But I'm getting ready to leave. Oh my goodness. Maria says I paid $100 for 2 dogs. Wow. Now that's $50 per dog. That, I don't know where you are, but I wish you were close to me because I would like to go there too if they do a good job. Because $50 for a dog is a good price, I'm telling you. Graham says you're more likely to get a job as president after 70 in America. Isn't that the truth? Yeah. Even after I'd say 48, 50, they're dropping your resumes right in the basket unless you have some highly specialized skill that there are just very few people that have that skill. If you're in your 50s looking for a job, there is such age discrimination. It is just it's unbelievable. People don't realize it until they're in a situation that they're a certain age looking for a job. They don't even look at your resume from what I can tell. But Maggie says what they did with nursing was decrease housekeeping and just added it to nursing. Wow. We have to protect our license, so housekeeping, which is important for infection control, went by the wayside. Oh my gosh. Isn't that something? Sheila, I do have PetSmart, and that's where I finally took him because PetSmart was the least expensive price that I could find. And that's where I took him, to PetSmart. Yeah. Maria says the $200 for my dog was a mistake. I meant I paid $100 for 2 dogs. Oh, wow. For 2 dogs? Oh, my goodness. That's a screaming deal compared to what I've been quoted. Uh, Maggie Smith, that is terrifying. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it is scary that, because if you don't have clean environment, sterile environment, and I know so many people who get infections in the hospital. In fact, a very dear friend of mine's son was in an accident at a manufacturing plant where he worked at, and he went into the hospital, and he actually died. He didn't die from his injury. He died as a result of the infection that he got while in the hospital. That's what killed him. Yeah, that is very scary. Very scary. All right. Well, folks, Sheila says, yep, like a border cattle, you need to be an experienced person who's had these breeds. Yeah. Well, I didn't know, but I just found out. Sylvie says, I've charged my Jackery at the gym. Oh, okay. Well, Possum, there's someone who charges their Jackery at the gym, so that's something to consider. Maggie says, some park ramadas have outlets. Possum says, thank you, everybody. I found a gas station called QT that had an outlet outside, and we just plugged into it. Okay, all right. Rhonda says, what has changed, sis? I hope everything is okay. Good, going good, going good. We've got a second dog, a puppy, which is, I've been telling people about the challenge, but yeah, back on the groove, trying to get my videos back up. Like I was sharing with everyone, the site that I use, the app that I use for editing, is completely upgraded and different now. So having a few challenges there, but I will get it going. All right, folks, it is really late. I got to get going. It's 4:30, and I got to get out there so me and Jess can go swimming as promised. Love each and every one of you. I will see you next week, and I'm going to do my best to get the video that I uploaded to the app uploaded to YouTube, but I'll figure out how to do it. If I have to go on YouTube University, I'll figure it out. I love each and every one of you, and glad you got some suggestions, Possum. And I know I'm going to miss a lot of comments that I would love to see, but I will. I'll see you next week, and I will work on eliminating. I'll just try and eliminate all the ads from the lives. All right, folks. I will work on that and go to YouTube University to see how to do that too. I will see you guys next time. Let me see if I can't sign out. All righty.